Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry.
And I think you should pour the wine.
And I'm on it.
It's a hot summer day here again.
Yes,
so we're having
is.
some white wine tonight. Normally we're red, but Chardonnay sounded good.
Yes, it's cold. It's crisp. Yeah,
it's delish.
It's delish. There you go.
Today, we thought we would add a bonus episode of our podcast and talk about reality TV,
Yes.
or as the kids say these days, unscripted TV.
Unscripted.
Specifically, Hallmark's unscripted TV lately. And they've got some pretty good stuff out there.
Yeah, they
Don't
do.
you think?
I think so.
And we're really big reality TV
Yes.
buffs as well.
Well, you got me hooked on a lot of the reality TV shows.
This is true.
Yes.
We love the cooking ones, Top Chef.
Yes.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yes. Master Chef
is really good.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for good housewives.
Every last one of
They're
them.
real housewives
Yep.
of fill in the blank city.
Oh,
we
I
watch
know.
that.
Some of them got canceled. Boo.
Yeah. I never really watched The Bachelor. I think maybe I watched the first season, but that was it. I know you wouldn't watch that, but
No.
I think Survivor. We like the
Survivor,
adventure
yeah.
ones too. Traitors.
Love Traitors.
Oh, such delicious reality TV.
Yeah.
So we're really digging the reality TV, and lately we've been catching up on what Hallmark had to offer.
Yes, this year.
On Hallmark Plus, right? I think all these aired on Hallmark Plus last year and this year.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about 3 different reality shows in one episode.
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
If you'd like to hear it, here it goes. Well, we'd love it if you would click that follow button on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode.
Don't miss it.
And if you listen on Apple, Spotify, or now YouTube,
That's right.
you can also leave us a review. And hopefully it's a positive one.
And it's podcast only, not
Yeah, it's
not
podcast
video.
on
Yeah, it's
YouTube.
audio only on YouTube, but it's there.
We're getting there. We're getting
there.
there. Be patient. We will have video, right? You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and Threads.
Yeah, make sure you go over to the socials, follow us, do all the things, and let us know your thoughts about Hallmark, about their reality shows, about any reality shows you watch and
Yes.
Maybe we've missed some. You can also shoot us an email at pourthewine@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we would.
And we may even read it on the
we
pod.
would. We would read it.
Yeah.
We've read 2 so far. So, yeah.
All right. So what are the 3 that we're going to be discussing today? I think these are their only
I believe
reality
so.
TV, maybe.
But today we'll be discussing Home is Where the Heart Is, Small Town Setup, and Finding Mr. Christmas.
Yay, because it's Christmas in July. We're going
That's
to end with
right.
Finding Mr. Christmas.
So are you ready to dive in?
I'm ready to dive in. Let's do it. First, give me my
Let's do
wine.
it. Oh,
You didn't pass me my wine.
I'm sorry.
Give me my wine,
Wait a
please.
minute. I didn't pass the wine.
Thank you.
All right.
I may need some. So the first reality show is we're going to talk about these from the most recent
Right.
one that aired and then back
Sounds good to me. I'm sorry. I took a sip while you were.
while I was talking.
Yes.
That's all right. So Home is Where the Heart Is. 2 episodes dropped on Thursday, March 20th, 2025 on Hallmark Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Then they dropped weekly through the 6th and final episode for season 1, which aired on Wednesday, April 16th.
Right.
And Home is Where the Heart is hosted by Luke McFarlane, and he's a Hallmark fave.
Yes, he
His
is.
very first Hallmark production was The Memory Book in 2014.
Oh, my goodness.
Some of his other Hallmark work includes 2023's Catch Me If You Claus and Notes of Autumn. Those are on frequently on the Hallmark Channel.
Yes, they are.
A Magical Christmas Village in 2022, Christmas in My Heart in 2021, and Sense, Sensibility, and a Snowman in 2019. Some of his other work includes Hacks, 1 episode, 2024, a great show.
Yes, which we're currently watching.
He was in the Netflix movie Single All the Way in 2021.
Okay.
He was in 2 episodes of Supergirl in 2015. And he was also in the very popular series Brothers and Sisters, where he played Scotty Wendell in 89 episodes from 2006 to 2011. It's such a great series. Did you ever watch it?
No, I did not.
Sally Field, Callista Flockhart, Rachel Griffiths, Dave Annabelle, and Matthew, I think you pronounce the same, Rice.
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, really, really great show. So go check that out. Maybe I'll do a rewatch. You can do a first time watch.
Yeah. We've done a couple of those.
Also hosting Home is Where the Heart is Olivia Westbrooks. Now, she is an interior designer with 2 decades of experience.
Mm-hmm.
She started Olivia Westbrooks Interiors in 2020, and it's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I believe that's where the show was based out of, correct?
Yes,
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
You can check out her company at oliviawestbrooks.com. When I was looking online, I found there's not a whole lot of personal information about her out there. I found a great interview that Voyage ATL did with her in May of 2024, and I'll post the link in the description of the podcast. So definitely go check it out because It's a really good interview. She talks about how she started in interior design, what her first job was, what she moved on to. She had another business, I believe, before Olivia Westbrooks Interiors, but when the market crashed in like 2008, 2009, so did her business. She tried to start it then, and she's hanging in there, and she's really, and I love her. She's really,
them two together.
Yes, they're a great team.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us what it's all about? What's the synopsis?
Okay, the synopsis on this one is a team helps families renovate inherited or meaningful old homes, preserving their charm while modernizing them into welcoming dream houses.
That's a pretty good description.
Yeah, it is.
Wouldn't you say?
Right.
So we watched this just a few months ago.
Yeah.
I think we binged it. Each episode is like 40 minutes or so. So it's a really easy, smooth binge if you want, or you could break it up.
Yeah, it's lighthearted.
What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought, them going into these homes and picking two things to renovate, whether it be inside or outside, or one inside and one outside, or both inside, and just making the home for the family and their vision. And they really listen to what these homeowners want.
They really, really do. And like you said, they don't do the whole house.
No.
Right. It's just they pick, and I don't know how they choose. Maybe it's based on how they can shoot it. And,
right.
And combined with the families. So these are homes that families have either inherited or, maybe grew up in, or they bought from their family. They're like family homes. So they mean a lot to these families that they go to. And then like you said, they pick a couple of places to renovate.
Yeah. And
Luke is actually a carpenter.
Yeah, he is.
Like a real life carpenter. And I don't know, back in the day, if you ever watched Trading Spaces, you had Ty.
Yeah.
He was on there. And I think he was a carpenter, but I'm not sure he did all the work.
Right.
Like this one, Luke really does all the work.
Yeah.
And they really, Trading Spaces would listen to the homeowners a little bit, but they often did what they wanted.
Right.
But Luke and Olivia really listen. They listen to the history. They take in the heart, hence the home is where the heart is. And it's so wonderful what they do. And they try to add something in that's memorable to the family, that's meaningful, whether it's somebody that passed away or tradition they want to continue.
Yep.
So it's just lovely in that way. It's just so good.
Yeah, I like how Luke takes the one personal thing and he's the one that builds it.
Yes.
And it's so cool because he has this machine that does engraving on wood.
Yeah.
And it is so cool.
It's very cool.
And Olivia, she's very good at doing like paintings and stuff. So
she left a painting, didn't she?
So she personalized a painting for them.
For one of the families.
Yeah, so I thought it was really cool.
And her designs are really cool too.
Yes.
And they come together and they kind of agree on what they want to do and color schemes. And she's oftentimes wanting to paint wood. And he's
like, no.
He's a purist with the wood. If it's something that's like, and like back in the day, it was solid wood pieces. Right. So families have these pieces that are beautiful, but they've been, they're kind of worn down and they're, I don't know what the right word is. They're loved.
Yes,
right?
they are.
They're very loved.
They're weathered.
And he tries to bring them back to life without
putting
compromising the integrity of
the wood.
Of the wood. Yeah. And it's just kind of cute, their banter a little bit where it's like, can't paint it. And he's like, no, we're not going to paint it. You know? So it's kind of cute. And I think maybe one time he finally gave in.
She talked him into it. And what's crazy is some of her color schemes, at first I'm like, is that really going to work? But then it comes together. And
this
I
is
really
why
enjoy
we're
it.
not interior designers.
Oh, I
because
know.
we have to.
But-
you need somebody who can visualize it, and I'm terrible until I actually
Yes.
see it together.
It's like when you build a house and all you have are the
Yeah.
walls. You can't visualize, like you and I can't visualize the
I'm not like
furniture
that.
and the paint. But I'm telling you what, that's why they
She
have
is wonderful.
interior designers, because they can visualize it.
Yeah, and the stories have such heart. And when you hear, and I mean, even Olivia and Luke get choked up a few times, and they
Yes.
just, and I know they're doing a job and whatnot, but they come across as so genuine. And,
Yep.
and I found that in all of the reality shows on Hallmark,
Yes.
which I love. Now, like we said, we love a good reality show where they, there's some drama in there, but on Hallmark, it's just so nice to see the genuineness of
Yes.
even the hosts.
Mhm.
And there's a part where Luke, I think one of the families, it's something about their father, and
Mhm.
he kind of tears up talking about it. It's so good. Like, I want to meet Luke and Olivia and hang out
Oh,
with
I
them.
know.
They're
They
just
seem
so
like really
genuine and
people.
nice and kind,
Yeah.
and what they're doing for people. So
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they really take it to heart. And when the product's done, it's done.
it's
It looks
done, and it looks
really good.
really, really good. I'd love to go back and see the families,
Yeah.
how,
Yeah. How
like if they've, done more,
Mhm.
because sometimes they're just kind of stuck. They can't figure out how to modernize, but keep the
right.
old, and that's a
new.
hard thing. Yeah.
It is.
Sometimes
I
to
couldn't
let it
do
go.
I
And
couldn't do
yeah.
it. We'd have to hire somebody.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
We'd hire
Terrible.
Luke. We'd
hire
and
Luke.
Olivia.
Luke and Olivia. Can you come over?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good one. That would, out of how many corks would you give Home is Where the Heart Is?
To me, 5.
I would
really
5
enjoyed
all
it.
day.
Yeah.
5 all day
I
for sure.
Really, 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 really.
It's
really enjoyed it.
worth the watch. And I haven't heard anything about a season 2, but I really think I'd really like to see more.
Yeah.
And maybe they can venture outside of Atlanta. Maybe
Yeah.
they stayed close because of production costs or just logistics
Yeah. Well,
in doing it. So it's worth watching, and hopefully we'll get a season 2.
yes.
I'm hoping.
I hope so. So, you want to
Yes.
move on to small town setup?
Small town setup. Let's go.
All right. Well, all 6 episodes dropped on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025 on Hallmark Plus.
In the new year, right after the new year.
Yes,
You're
it
ready to
did.
rock and roll.
And it was hosted by none other than Ashley Williams.
Who we love and adore.
Love,
Yay,
love,
Ashley.
She's a Hallmark favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley has been in more than a dozen Hallmark productions, including To Barcelona, which is the most recent one, with Love, and To Barcelona Forever, which just aired as part of the Passport to Love in June of this year, 2025.
Just last month.
Yeah. And we just finished them up not too long ago.
Yep.
In 2024's Jingle Bell Run,
That
which
was
is
really
another good
cute.
one.
We
I
love that
loved
one. And it takes place in Chicago.
with Andrew Walker.
Yep.
She got to the bell first.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yes. The Hannah Swenson Mystery, A Sprinkle of Deceit, and Fallen Together with Paul Campbell. The Sister Swap Movies, A Hometown Holiday and Christmas in the City, with her real-life sister, Kimberly Williams Paisley.
Paisley. Yeah.
Yes.
Those were in.
Can you imagine working with your sibling?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
I think
be pretty
it'd
cool.
Pretty cool. I wonder if she's like her. 2 of them.
2 of them.
Oh my goodness! Watch out, Hallmark. So, anyways, in 2021, Never Kiss a Man in the
No. In 2021 was the hometown holiday.
Right. I'm sorry.
And Christmas in the City. Right. With
Right.
Kimberly Williams Paisley.
Yes. And
Correct.
Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater 2020.
We
Why
just
not?
watched that.
Why not? Kiss the man.
That was just on for
Yes.
Christmas in July. Go ahead. Sorry.
He got taken out with a
And I
Christmas tree.
digressed.
That was funny. And For Christmas and Evergreen Movies.
Yep. She's been in a lot.
She has.
She
and-
has done a lot. We really like that Falling Together too.
Yes.
Where she goes to that apartment. That's the right where she goes to that apartment. That's really cute. That's a really cute
Yes.
one.
And some of her other work includes Lifetime's Sister Wife Murder 2024. Murder. The Good Doctor, 1 episode in 2021, which was another good show.
Yes.
And Jim Gaffigan Show, 23 episodes, 2015 to 2016.
Yes, and we enjoyed that show also. It was just good, sarcastic humor.
Yes.
And she was really good in it as his wife. Yes, she was so good.
So you want to drop the synopsis on this one?
I will drop the synopsis.
All right.
Each episode features parents seeking matches for their successful but single city dwelling child. The community aids in finding 3 potential dates, hoping the child will fall in love, move back home, and live happily ever after.
Yay.
Sounds just like Hallmark, doesn't it? And this did get renewed for a season 2, and the season 2 premiere is Tuesday, February 10th of 2026.
Woo.
And you know that'll be here before we know it.
I know.
But I'm excited about the holidays first, and then we'll be ready for Small Town Setup season 2.
Yes. So, what do you think about that one?
What did I think about this one? Oh gosh, I could not love Ashley Williams more.
I know.
Her enthusiastic, bubbly personality shines in this one as well. She too, like we just talked about with Luke and Olivia, so freaking genuine.
Yeah.
She seems like that. If she is not like that in real life, you can take my whole salary. Because she seems that genuine. Like she would be so fun to be around, and just lovely and bright and empathetic, and and she teared up during some of these episodes. So in this one, she goes to a small town and she meets the parents and maybe like a sibling sometimes, right?
And some friends.
So she talks with them first, and they tell her about the child that they're trying to set up, right? Like who they're trying to set up and why, and and all that jazz. And So then she meets
then the family gets to choose, or the actual small town gets to choose.
Well, she meets the child first.
Yes,
she meets the parent, well, it's a grown, I'm saying child, but it's the adult that she is going to set up, and she talks to that person.
Right. And it always seems so genuine.
And they seem, and they just have a good conversation. And then she goes to the town.
Yep.
Right. And they invite the town or friends and family to like a community center or somewhere.
Right.
And they have people volunteer their friends or family as tribute, right?
Yeah.
As someone that, as a potential date.
Right.
For
a love.
Right. For the love interest. So they nominate all these people.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 they nominate.
Yeah. Well, I think there's more than that because they go on the date. Yeah. So then the parents get to meet all of the nominees.
Yes.
And the parents decide who are the lucky ones that get to go on the date with their child.
And who doesn't.
And who doesn't. So it's up to the parents. And it's really cool, and you feel kind of bad for the ones that aren't picked. I just feel sorry. But so the parents pick 3. I think they pick 3 prospects.
Pick 3.
And then they go on dates.
And they're videoed.
And the town is watching live while he or she goes on 3 different dates.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the premise.
And
it sounds like a lot, but it's really well done and edited.
And they don't know that they're being filmed live. They're being watched.
Right. They know that they're being filmed, but just not that the town is watching while they're on their dates. So it's pretty cool. And go ahead.
And then in the end, they all tell who they think she should be with.
The community does. They vote or something, right? Yes.
Everybody drops a little card into the box, and then Ashley says, "Oh, here's who the town picks." And then they ask the family, "Who did you pick?" But it's ultimately up to the person that's being set up.
Right. Correct.
And they tell, and the majority of the time, it's who they like. So
right. It's who. The family, I think almost, it's been a minute. Time. I think, we watched this one. I think we watched this one first, and then we watched
Home is Where the Heart
Is. So I'm trying to remember, but I think the families were pretty spot on, which, I would guess the parents would know. I don't know that I could set up our kids accurately.
The kids wouldn't let us set them up.
Well, no, they wouldn't.
It wouldn't matter if they were on TV or not. They're like, no, you're not. No.
If we surprised them and said, "Hey, we have this," I mean, they're all well, half of them are in relationships, but if they weren't and we tried to set them up, I'm not sure they'd go for it,
No.
TV or not.
No.
They'd probably be like, no,
agree.
thank you.
I agree with you 100%.
But it's just so good because you have, some of the ones that are being set up, like one of the parent has passed away or they have like a step parent involved. And there's just a lot of heart. And like I said, Ashley Williamson, she talks to the person or the one being set up before they make the decision, like right before, like how the dates went and everything. And there's just a lot of heart to heart talks. Yeah. And Ashley Williams just brings such joy to it. I can imagine the filming was great.
Oh,
fun.
I bet you it was fun.
Also.
I bet you it was fun. I bet you the town had fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, what they don't do, which I wish they would do, is do follow-ups.
Yes. Like 1 year later, or maybe 6 months later.
Or just in general. You don't even have to give a time frame. Like, oh, they're still dating and it's going well or whatever. Yeah. And I haven't, done any research on the web to find out. But I would love just like a follow-up. Yeah. It doesn't have to be after every episode, but maybe the last episode is just following up with everybody. Yeah. How did it go? Are you still dating? What's going on? It's been a year. Or, maybe they don't want to get involved further than that, but.
You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
but
they will.
It's really worth the watch also, I think.
So what would you give this one?
5 corks. I'm going to be real well, it's not even being generous with the 5s. It's just, I enjoyed it.
I know.
It's
Me too. And she makes it so like she can just bring out your personality so easily. She makes it so easy for people to talk. I just love it.
She makes it very comfortable.
Yes.
People feel comfortable with her.
And she cried a couple times.
Yeah, she teared up a couple times and the families. And
I just love it.
It's very, very
so
good.
I give it 5 too.
Yep. Check that one out.
Give it 5 too.
Put it on your list and it will be back, binge it before February 2026 and you'll be all set for season 2.
Yep.
Maybe they'll change it up. Maybe they'll, I don't know.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
There could be some changes.
You never know.
Or maybe, the first episode will be her talking about what happened.
What happened was
in the first season. So there you go.
Yes, I think it's much better than The Bachelor.
Yes.
Or Bachelorette. Not that there's anything wrong with those shows, but I don't know how many of those have actually lasted.
Right. Anyway. So you want to move on to the third and final?
To the third and final. We are in Christmas in July, so it is appropriate for us to talk about Finding Mr. Christmas.
Ho,
oh my gosh. Ho. We just watched this.
Yes,
we just finished it over the last week or two.
Yes.
We watched it. We were like, well, and honestly, I was kind of like, I don't know.
Right.
Am I going to like this?
Right.
Is it going to be a little too corny? I mean, honestly, that's what I was like, I don't know. And so we were reluctant to watch it. And then I'm like, you know what? I really like Jonathan Bennett.
Yes.
We're just going to watch it. We're going to dive in.
He's another one I feel like is a cool dude.
Yes.
Like he would be so much fun to hang out with.
He would
Not
be.
Like to party or anything, but just to hang out and talk and
chill. And yes. So the first 2 episodes of Finding Mr. Christmas dropped on Hallmark Plus on October 31st, 2024. So remember at that time, Hallmark Plus was relatively new. It had just premiered in September.
Yep.
Of last year. And then they aired 1 episode every week through the 8th episode finale, which aired on December 12th, 2024. So right in time for Christmas. Yeah. This show is hosted by, so Jonathan Bennett is listed as the host and Melissa Peterman is listed as a judge on IMDb. She's kind of a host as well. Like he's the main host.
Yes.
But she might be like the assistant host.
Yes.
Would you call it? she's
they are
so
funny
great
together.
They are really funny together. Yes. So Jonathan Bennett, he's been in several Hallmark productions, including Happy Howladays, which is what the winner of Finding Mr. Christmas got to star in.
Yes.
Season's Greetings from Cherry Lane and all 3 Groomsmen movies in 2024. He was in Christmas on Cherry Lane in 2023, The Holiday Sitter in 2022, The Christmas House in 2020, and Christmas Made to Order in 2018.
Okay.
Some of his other work includes Dr. Odyssey, 2 episodes in 2025, Fire Island, the movie in 2023, Station 19 for 2 episodes in 2020 and 2021, He was in the cult favorite Mean Girls in 2004. That's so fetch. And I learned he was in my favorite soap opera of all time, All My Children. He was in 2 episodes in 2001 and 2002, and he played Adam Chandler Jr., and that name probably means nothing to you, does it?
It means nothing to me.
If you know AMC, All My Children, you know Adam Chandler.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Melissa Peterman is also judge / I'm going to say host, co-host, not co-host, but assistant host. She's been in a few Hallmark productions, including Haul Out the Holly in 2022 and Haul Out the Holly Lit Up in 2023 and A Gingerbread Romance in 2018. She will be in the upcoming Haul Out the Halloween, that's hard to say all in a row, which is set to air this fall in 2025.
That's cool.
Some of her other work includes Happy's Place, 18 episodes between 2024 and 2025. Last Man Standing for 2 episodes in 2019 and 2020. Baby Daddy. I'd never heard of that one. 100 episodes between 2012 and 2017. And she's widely known for playing Barbara in 123 episodes of the series Reba, which ran from 2001 to 2007.
Yay. This is awesome. I love these two.
Yes, they're so good. They're so good. And also, I'll let you drop the synopsis first.
Drop the synopsis.
Do you want to drop the synopsis?
Let's drop the synopsis. So, 10 men compete in a series of festive challenges that will showcase their acting chops and their holiday spirit. Spirit? Spirit. Did I say spirit?
Too much wine? I don't know. Maybe anyway, I've had too much wine. I'm not
sure. Spirit. Jonathan Bennett hosts while these lovable guys via sorry. Maybe I did take too many sips of this one. Vie to become the next Hallmark leading man.
Yay!
This has been renewed for a 2nd season and will premiere on Hallmark Plus this year. Yay!
Yay!
No date yet.
Coming back.
As of the recordings of this episode.
Yeah, we don't have the date yet.
Nope.
We know it's coming back, so I'm guessing during Countdown to Christmas at some point, and I'm presuming it will be on Hallmark Plus. I know we said that, but presuming that's where it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty.
I can't wait.
Pretty cool.
I can't wait because we just saw the commercial for it.
Yeah, and the new trailer for the new one. Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to air as part of Christmas in July. That I am not sure of.
No.
Yet. I'll have to find out. But
yeah, we'll find
out. What did you think of this one?
I really, really, really loved it.
I know.
I was. Like you said, I went into watching this like, is this going to be,
skeptical,
something corny or, but no, it was entertaining.
It was.
I mean, hats off to these 10 guys because there's no way I could do something like this.
So each episode they have them do like a challenge at first.
And if you win the challenge, you get an advantage going into the
like most reality shows
round.
Right. Yeah. So the challenges were like wrapping gifts.
What
were some of the other ones? Like building a snowman blindfolded. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of different.
They were paired on that one. So one had to give directions on finding all the pieces to the snowman. And let me tell you, they did a good job
easy, but I'm sure it's not.
Yep.
Oh, they did.
It wasn't as easy as it sounds.
Show did. Yes.
Another one was where they had to take like sponges that looked like marshmallows and fill up a cup.
Oh yes, like hot chocolate. Yeah,
which was pretty interesting.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
And then what was a couple of the other ones? I don't want to give too much away.
Right. We don't.
But it was just fun.
And then what's cool is they do bring in other Hallmark stars.
Yes,
and they're part of the judging of the. You said. The second whether it's the elimination part of it, which sometimes was acting, sometimes was like the photo shoot, right? Yep. So it's really good. So you'll see, and they're big name Hallmark stars that show up. So it's really, like you said, it just the guys that were on it, the camaraderie that they built with each other.
That's what was cool about it.
And I mean, it didn't seem like they were acting that part of it.
No.
Again, I know we keep talking about genuine, and that is what is so wonderful about these reality shows, I think, that even the contestants seem genuine. I mean, there were times when contestants got eliminated, and Jonathan Bennett and Melissa Peterman, they're tearing up because they loved the person's personality was so good, and they all liked each other. There was no backstabbing. There was none of that. It was just genuine. Hey, let the best man win, kind of thing.
And they all backed each other.
Yes.
They all, it felt like they were pushing each other to the limits to get, a better acting spot out of it. And I thought that Jonathan and Melissa, when somebody would get eliminated and they told their little story before they left, you could see they were genuine because they were both had tears in their eyes. And,
yes.
I mean, when I'm tearing up, they're doing a good job of
I
acting.
I didn't expect to get emotional during Finding Mr. Christmas, and there were a couple times where we're like, okay.
I know, and I just, and some of the elimination, whatever games that they did, like acting, like improv, dancing,
not games, but the things they had to do.
I mean, my God, to do that on the spot,
really, really good, really good. I think it was filmed in, what do we read, Utah?
Yeah.
And the house is gorgeous. It's like your
house.
Dream Christmas house that you want to go spend a week at, maybe with your family, or, before Christmas, just go and and like the mountains around.
Yes.
Oh, so beautiful.
It was.
It was like, take me there right now.
Right.
I want to go there. Yeah. But it was really, really good. And of course, the winner, we won't say his name, but I mean, it shouldn't be a spoiler alert because it's been a year, but he was in. So he did get to star in
the holidays.
And the winner is actually going to be in another movie this year. I should have written that down. I think I don't even want to guess at the name. I have an idea of what it is, but I don't think he's the star, but he's but he's in it, so it's pretty cool. So he's continuing on, which is cool. And the winner, I mean, we liked him. He's a nice guy. So
I mean, they were all nice.
They were all, I know. And
I wish they could all get like the fill-in spots too, like you need a couple of other fill-in spots.
Yes. And what was it? Hayden, who lost he didn't lose his dog, but is it Hayden?
Yeah.
And he split from his wife, and she got the dog, and he was so emotional about that a couple times. And there's points where he's upset, and even, the Hallmark stars that are there, they're like, oh, I know there's a story here. Tell me about it. And they genuinely care about these guys, because I think they all remember what it's like when you're first starting out. Yeah. I mean, and now it's not easier today, but you can do things like this to help boost your career. Whereas when a lot of these people started, you didn't have this. You didn't have social media. You didn't have, all this access to possibly get your name and your face out there. So I really loved it. It got us in the holiday spirit. The things they did were really cute. The stars they brought on were great.
Yes.
I'm just really, really cute. And then the final competition that they had to do, I won't say it, but it's just really good. And then you get to see the final cut, and it's really, really moving.
So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Give it a chance.
It's Christmas in July.
Yes.
Go watch Finding Mr. Christmas, and that too, like we said, is coming back.
Yes.
For a second season, and I'm sure, and it will drop sometime during Countdown to Christmas.
You know what they should do next?
What?
They should do a Miss Christmas.
Yes, Finding Miss Christmas.
Yes.
Ms. Could be Mrs. Could be Miss.
I think that's what they should do.
I totally agree. That would be really cool.
That would be fun.
Well, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You said yeah, sure. Yeah. So why are they holding out on the women, huh?
That's what I
said. Just kidding.
So what would you give this one?
A 5. I would give it a 5.
Me too.
So if you just want some, good-hearted, it's good to have on when you're around the house. There's, it's not too serious. Well, I mean, it's serious in that it's genuine, but it's just light and really good to watch. They picked the best hosts for all 3 of them.
They sure did.
I really couldn't find a fault. Melissa Peterman is hysterical to me on this. She's really funny.
So funny.
And her and Jonathan Bennett together are just a really good duo.
Yes.
Luke McFarlane and Olivia Westbrook, they're so great together. They complement each other in different ways for their design. And Ashley Williams, I mean, you can't. Hello.
There are no words.
Gold star right there.
No words.
of a host. So yeah, check the reality series out. We highly recommend them.
So 5s across the board.
5s, all 5s.
All right. Is that a wrap?
That is a wrap.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow the podcast wherever you listen so you don't miss one. Also, follow us on social media. If you really, really like the show and are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, no videos, just podcasts.
Just podcasts.
We would really appreciate your positive review.
We would really appreciate it.
And if you didn't really, really like the show, we'd still appreciate
We would appreciate your positive review.
Yeah.
You can also email us at
Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time at gmail.com.
let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If you watch any of the reality shows, let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Join us for new episodes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You can catch the entire seasons of Home is Where the Heart Is, Small Town Setup, and Finding Mr. Christmas on Hallmark Plus right now.
Yes.
Until then, fill up your glasses and push play. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Cheers.